What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Your friends play Sly 2 Band of Thieves Part 4. We are here in front of the first job.
I figured out how to sneak in above the ballroom without being detected. The only problem is there's no way to climb up to that balcony door.
Not a problem. There seem to be plenty of branches for me to walk on. I'll figure it out.
Alright, so as you just saw, or as you just noticed, we do have to climb on these branches. All you have to do is just kind of, you can either try to get up here. You can see spire jump from there to get up here. Or you can jump from the ground. Or you can also just jump from the ground and hit the circle button on near a branch. You have to be pretty close to it, but you can do it from the ground, and that makes it a little bit easier instead of having to try to find an area to climb up to get up here. You can see this is where we have to go in. Just hit the circle button to interact with it, just like everything else, and then we can go in. But you do want to look around for areas where you can.
Easy does it, Sly. Just don't go out onto that balcony and you should remain undetected.
Oops. Okay. You just have to be careful. Well, you don't have to be careful this when you do, but
Easy does it, Sly. Just don't go out onto that balcony and you should remain undetected.
okay. Let me see. I wonder how exactly I'm supposed to get through here then. That obviously didn't work.
Easy does it, Sly. Just don't go out onto that balcony and you should remain undetected.
Oh, to the curtain. I wasn't reading the instructions. Yeah, you can sneak up right here, and then you can just take a picture. Everything you need to take a picture of is in sight, so you don't have to worry about that.
Looks like the wings have been welded onto that statue. They look heavy. Getting the wings out of here will be a real challenge.
Let's see. We have to find Rajan. He is. If you noticed, he's walking around up here.
That's him. Rajat's really pulled out all the stops to impress people with this party.
And then just the winch, the electric winch that is up here is the last one.
An electronic winch. That could be useful. Maybe you should get some shots of the guests.
Alright, so you can see guests, or you can see people are here now.
Another Claw Gang member. Arpeggio specializes in exotic technology.
Yeah, we don't need one of the guard. But you can see the people there on the left, on the screen there, that we need to take a picture of.
Jean Bisson, a member of the Claw Gang and Canadian shipping baron. He owns half the trains in Canada.
Missed my chance to take a picture of her.
That's the Contessa, a high-ranking prison warden for Interpol. She must be working undercover to expose Rajan's spice ring.
Alright, so all I have to do is just wait for Neela and Carmelita.
Carmelita's here too. She must be undercover with the Contessa to help bust Rajan.
And now just wait for Neela. She should walk out just like everyone else. Aha, there she is.
and we'll start building a game plan.
Yeah, I was fixing to say this should be a slideshow, so it should bring us back, or and it did bring me back to.
Stealing the clockwork wings in the middle of a crowded ballroom is going to take some serious misdirection. And the squad of undercover cops only makes things more complicated. Although, we might be able to use them to our advantage. But no matter what we do in the ballroom, sooner or later we'll need to deal with Rajan's security chopper. Murray could take it out with some of the local armaments, but he won't be able to get inside the palace until Sly lowers the drawbridge for him.
Alright, so we do have the option to play as. We can actually play as everybody, but we're going to need to play as Sly first, open the drawbridge, so that the other two can get in. This is actually one of the few missions where you actually need to play as Sly first, like within the Black Chateau. It didn't really matter who you played as first, because it was open and you could go anywhere you wanted to. Neither of these guys have loot, so I'll just kill you quickly. You? No, you don't. But this one you do have to, because you have to get the drawbridge open.
Sly, Murray and I can't get inside the palace unless you lower the drawbridge.
I'd love to, pal. But the winch is all locked down. You know where I can find the keys?
Key guards have recently taken up positions around the palace. Sneak in, pick all of their pockets, and bring the keys back to the lockdown winch.
So, similar to the mission from the Black Chateau. And we'll just highlight the guards. I guess most of them are over here. I could have swore there was one right around where I was, but I don't guess so. So you can see how they are pretty spread out around here, and you do want to be careful, because these are flashlight guards, so if you do startle them, they will. You'll have a hard. Well, I guess you won't have that hard a time actually getting away from them. And it does not matter if you get caught, like in the previous mission. You can get caught, thankfully. Yeah, it's not going to break the keys or whatever. Trying to figure out how to get up here. There he is. I'll kill you real quick. I was afraid of that. As long as I don't get seen, I can just jump down here and get him. Thankfully, I didn't. But I could have very easily if I had just been a little bit slower. I would have definitely been caught. He's got a bunch of money. And this is another one of those things, it may be more profitable to, instead of just immediately killing the guards, to try to pickpocket all of their loot first. I'm not sure. I know in later titles it doesn't matter, because you get the same amount of money either way. It's because it's randomly generated, the money that you get from each guard. And I don't remember Sly 3 all that much, but Sly Thieves in Time, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, the most recent game, does that, where it doesn't matter at all. So you can see he's alerted. Here he's alerted, so he's running, trying to find me.
You can use noise to lure this guard from his post. Try ringing that gong and picking his pocket when he returns to his post.
I'm not sure if he's actually supposed to stand still, or if he's supposed to be moving. Oh, okay, so he is supposed to be pressed up against the wall there, and then you're supposed to use the gong to alert him so that you can run away, or so that you can get him to move. I just wanted to grab some health real quick. Oops. There's the last guard. And the only one we're going to have to worry about is the monkeys. I can knock them off the rooftop real quick. Yeah, there you go. As long as no more guards show up, we should be okay. And that's another really good way to use the elephant if you're trying to travel between buildings. You don't always, or you can't always make it just by jumping across. So it really helps if you can use the elephant to jump across like that. Have to figure out another way to get across there. Probably. I'm not sure. I may not be able to. Oh, well, it worked. That's probably not the most efficient way, but it works. And you have to look out for stuff like that. Of course, running around to the outside down here, and then coming up behind him like that would have been the easiest way, and probably the most efficient way. But the way that I took was definitely a lot quicker than doing that. And so it's always good to look for things like that. I don't have to worry about the elephant guard. Just remember, he does have 2 spotlights, one in the back and one in the front. And you cannot attack the elephant, so you do want to keep that in mind as well. But even though the guard's kind of standing behind this pillar, you still can pickpocket from him, so you do want to keep that in mind as well. If there's a guard standing still and he's got... If there's a guard that has any loot and he's kind of standing behind a wall, but you can, or like behind a pillar or something, but his back's still facing you, you can still hit him. So you do want to keep that in mind as well, that you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. But again, interact this with C. Have to sit through each individual lock being open, sadly. But it's pretty fast, so it doesn't really matter. And so this makes it a lot easier for Sly to get in as well. You don't have to take the Ninja Spire jump path on the far side, or even climb up to the top of the wall and then jump down. You can just immediately get in like that. It makes it a lot easier. And we'll go and play as Murray, since I'm pretty sure he's got a job now. I guess Sly has a job now as well. Now that sucks. Since I'm already Murray, I'll go ahead and get his job out of the way. And his job is kind of a pain, so it's probably best that I do this now. I'm already Murray. It would be wouldn't be a waste of well, I guess it would be a waste of time to go back and switch characters.
That chopper is a menace to all future aerial operations while on this job.
Yeah, it's all covered in missiles and guns and stuff.
Now be a team player and take it out with that rusty pre-war turret.
Okay, I had a potato gun once. I bet it works just the same.
Alright, so hit
buttons fast to keep your strength up.
I don't guess it really matters. I'm sitting here mashing square right now, and that's the only one that seemed to be working. But
Use the left analog stick to aim and hold down the R1 button to fire. But be careful. If you continue firing from this mode, your gun will overheat, and you'll have to wait for it to cool down.
and you can see the
Shoot down the enemy missiles before they hit you.
and that's not that hard to do. You can see the missiles kind of go in a pattern that is pretty easy to follow. All you have to do is just kind of shoot in the middle of the missiles, and they will actually, more often than not, actually go into the bullets for you. But you can see these choppers this chopper is pretty strong, and It takes quite a bit of, and it takes quite a bit of, and it can take quite a bit of damage before you can knock it out, especially because you have to worry about the missiles as well. And you can see the rocket will shoot faster missiles, and of course, once the missiles get really close to you, they are a lot easier to hit. But you know, they can also catch you a lot faster, especially these faster moving missiles. What you want to do with the missiles, and really with the helicopter as well, is just tap the R1 button rather than hold it down. Even going against the chopper, I know I have been holding it down, but it's definitely best if you just tap it, because you don't overheat and you can still shoot quite a bit. And now I believe if we were to take damage and this turret was to be destroyed, if you can see at the top left of the screen there is a health bar. It can take so many missiles before it gets completely destroyed. I believe there are several other turrets that we can actually get to. I believe if you notice, there was a turret in the across the bridge there in the town area, but you can see the missiles are, the patterns of the circles are getting wider, so that means you have to actually shoot in the circles rather than just in the middle, like I was doing previously with the first batch of missiles. And I don't remember how much damage that the turret can take. If you could remember how much.
Murray triumphant.
Good work. The sky's all clear.
If you could remember how much the turret would take, you could actually not worry about the missiles as much, and you can actually just focus on the chopper. I believe, and I could definitely be wrong with this, but I believe the turret can take 4 to 5 hits. The missiles are all the same. There is no one missile any stronger than another missile, so you don't have to worry about strength being a factor. But if you can take 4 to 5 hits, you know, you can let 4 or 5 pass, especially some of the faster ones. It would be a pain to have to keep doing, and you know, it does take time to sit there and continuously shoot the missiles. You know, it makes it go a lot faster for no reason. Or I mean, it makes the battle go a lot slower for no reason. So it's not actually, you know, it's not a bad idea to bypass all of that and just go straight for just you know, just straight damage. Don't worry about the missiles all that much. But that is, you know, that being said, you don't want to. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You don't want to just let the chopper continuously damage you. You want to try to balance it out as much as possible. You know, if you cannot, if you can just go without taking damage, that's even better.
Hello, I'm here for the dance.
Huh? Sorry, sir, but we have a dress code. You got a tuxedo?
No.
Sorry, pal. No tux, no entry.
Sorry, Sly. Somehow I totally overlooked the need for formal wear. That guy's not going to let you in without a tuxedo.
Don't beat yourself up, Bentley. At a party this ritzy, there has to be a spare penguin suit around here somewhere.
Try the guest house. Someone may have overpacked.
Alright, so I guess those are the guest houses rather than a town. And it's best, you know, for these little guards, especially the ones on the roof, it's best to go ahead and knock them out ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about them chasing you or alerting any flashlight guards that may be around. Especially flashlight guards that may have loot. That's actually pretty useful, getting 2 gold rings. This guy's gonna give me a... I could just wait for him to pass, or I could just run across the roof and ignore him like that, which is not a bad idea.
Okay, Bentley. I'm in position inside the guest house. Have any intel for me?
Well, I recommend searching all the rooms. It's statistically probable that each should hold at least one portion of a tuxedo.
What do I look for inside the rooms?
This isn't an exact science. Ransack the place until you find part of a tuxedo.
Any plan which involves ransacking is okay with me.
And so all we have to do is just head into the room. You can see there's snakes, and there are also flashlight guards hidden around, or not hidden around, but just walking around. If you knock them out, you can. This will be a little bit easier. They may respawn after a while. Going if you go into the individual rooms, they may respawn after that. Can't wait to get that silent stealth kill. That's what the stealth kill is supposed to be. Stealth. And I'll just knock you out. Alright, so this main area is not something that we need to worry about, but you can destroy a lot of things. There's actually a lot of coins hidden here that you can find just by breaking stuff. So if you had time to run around and collect coins, this is definitely a great place to get a lot of coins. You see, these are what the rooms look like. Oh, my bad. I guess I went back outside. Okay, so that's not what the doors look like. Knock out those flashlight guards again. This guy I can just bypass by climbing up here. Well, not climbing up there, but just going around this way, knocking him out here. And so if I need to worry about just if I just worry about this upper section, or if I just stay in this upper section for now, then I won't. Then knocking that guard out is okay. But I have to knock out if you see those. These cabinets, that's where the tuxedo pieces are, and so these are the places that you want to look in to find the tuxedo pieces. If you want to just focus on that instead of looking, searching or breaking everything in the rooms, just head straight for the cabinets. But if you actually want to break stuff, then you can do that as well as get the cabinets, but you do want to make sure that you get the cabinets as well. Of course, not everything's going to give you money, just some of these things. So I guess I may need to actually head out. Of course, get the tuxedo piece here, but then head back out and then search for another room that should be up around here somewhere, possibly. Yeah, okay, so you can see the markers for where all of the rooms are. And there should be guards, at least just snakes, in each area.
You might need to use your stealth attack in here. Remember, the triangle button knocks guys up into the air, and the square button brings them down hard.
Well, of course that was crap. Of course that was gonna happen. Actually surprised that worked. Oh, they both have loot. So the rings are worth a little bit, but the other items like the combs and the pins and each area will have its own unique item. I guess additional item like this. I'll knock this guy out first because I can handle the little guy. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the secondary items that the guards have there. Like I said, each area has its own unique item that's worth different amounts. Like the combs in the Black Chateau were worth a set amount, as well as the the pins will be worth a certain amount, and the frequency in which you get these. Oh, okay. The frequency with which you get the secondary items is not always it's not really set like with the big enemies. You know, more often than not you'll just get the rings rather than being able to get what do you call it, other than getting the secondary items or the unique items. Should be a tuxedo part in here. Maybe not. Maybe this is the. No, let me see. No. Oh, is this Rajan's room? I wonder how I got here. Huh. That's odd. Ah, crap. Well, thankfully they got these baskets here that you can jump back up onto if you need to. And you need to, because I believe this should lead me to another tuxedo part, if I'm not mistaken. There's a door there, so I'll... Ah, yes, I forgot about the silver medals. I thought those were a unique item for the next area that we'll be going to. But those are actually a third. I guess those are another common. Well, those aren't common like the rings, but they can be found anywhere. They're not set to a certain location like the pins are for here. You can find the medals on any level, but they are a lot more rare. They are more rare than the oops. They are more rare than the. Well, yeah, they're more rare and they're worth a lot more money than the rings. But because they are rare. Oh, I guess you have to break everything to find where those are. That does kind of stink, because I could have swore you could just break certain, break one item and you'd be able to find everything. That does stink, because that doesn't make it quite as easy, but yeah, so it's definitely pretty useful to run around and check all of the guards' pockets for different things like that. For different types of loot. I hate to jump down just for that, but I've gotten kind of lucky with the medals and the pins, so maybe I can... just a ring. But I'll have quite a bit to haul back to the safe house. So I want to... Pretty sure I've been in there. Or maybe I was in that one over there. I guess I was in that one over there, so I'll jump down in here and head into this one. You do want to try to remember the location of the doors that you go in because these all kind of meet. You have to be careful. Those guards don't appear to have any loot. You want to be careful because, like I said, because all of these rooms meet in like a central area, and you can easily go into rooms that you've already completed. Thankfully, Bentley does say this room, or you already found a tuxedo piece in this room, but still, you know, you still want to be careful and just to look around for things like this. So thankfully, we found this one here. And so I'm going to head out, and I'm going to go to the door that's, directly to the right of this door, or I guess left, depending on which angle you're looking at. That one. Oh wait, let me see. I believe that's the door that I entered from to go into Rajan's room. Maybe it was that door over there that I went into. The second door that I went into. Now I'm pretty sure all of these. The monkey got loot. This one does too. Crap. Ah well. And now the guards can attack each other. It's usually best with the flashlight guards because they are a lot stronger than you, and they can do a lot more damage. But still, even the smaller guards, when they attack each other, that can still be pretty helpful. Now I'm pretty sure all of these tuxedo pieces are linked to individual rooms. So if you do get the doors, if you can remember the locations of the doors, you can actually find this stuff pretty easily. Or, you can kind of mark where you need to go a lot easier than just running around outside and then coming back in. Like I have been doing, so you can see Bentley does say, you've already been in this room. So I will look back outside, see if I can find a marker. Monkey's not a really good marker because I've, let me see, been in this room, that room. Oh, did the markers go away? Oh, okay. I guess that's the Rajan's room down here. That's the starting room that you go into to start the job. So I guess the markers disappear. So that's actually pretty useful. I didn't think they would do that because I hadn't noticed that they had been disappearing as I went along. So that actually makes it a lot easier. I guess I ran in here. Yeah, because I've already been in this room, but I guess I ran in here and they didn't collect the tuxedo piece for whatever reason. I really should knock out the big guard first, because I can take, like I said, like I've been saying, I can take care of the little guard. Crap, a lot easier than I can take out a big guard. I'm gonna need to run and hide real quick. There we go. And I'll just knock him out. And there you go.
That's it. Now that you've got a complete tuxedo, the doorbell will let you into the ballroom.
Alright, so all we have to do, I believe, is just go back up to the door, and then it should change into the tuxedo for us automatically, and then we can and begin that job. Yeah, shoot, I was gonna say, oops. Whoa. Now I hate that. I hate that when that happens, when there's two flashlight guards, and no way to easily get up to a rooftop. That usually does stink. But if you're pretty fast, you can usually get back to the guard. Now I believe if you let the guards get enough or get far enough away from you, they will actually disappear. So you want to be very careful and pay attention to for when something like that happens. Just try to remember where the guard was going, and if you're, like I said, if you're fast enough, you can usually get back to him before he disappears. So you can see the goats will alert other small guards that are around. The big guards can't get you if you're up on the rooftops, but the little guards can. So that's one thing that makes the goats so dangerous, because they can alert other small guards, especially if you have a whole crowd of little guards around you. That can actually be pretty bad. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Ah, really? These things can suck me back so far. But thankfully, if you do die, you can still keep whatever loot you collected. I thought he had more loot in his back pocket, but obviously he didn't. I could have swore that would kill him. Oh well. Just gonna run out. I believe I'll actually head this way and see if I can dodge. And that's one bad thing about alerting the guards, because you can see, especially if you stay on foot, big guards can chase you, and then the little guards can actually keep up with you pretty well. You actually have a very hard time outrunning little guards. It's actually a lot easier to take them on, fight them rather than try to run from them. And I should just head on this vine here to get back up here.
You got your tuxedo now, sir?
Of course I do. I'm here to dance.
Then come on in.
Alright, so that was a bunch of BS, but thankfully we're in now. Now this...
Your tuxedo disguise is working perfectly. No one will recognize you in that outfit. Now, during the heist, you'll need to dance with Carmelita to keep both her and the crowd distracted. The only problem is, she's picky about dance partners, so you'll need to impress her first.
All right, I know just the girl for the job. Constable Neela, you look lovely this evening.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
I used to chase after you back in Paris.
Paris? Sly Cooper? You aren't by any chance here to turn yourself in? Old Ironsides would fall out of her dress.
As good as that sounds, how about a dance first?
Enchanté.
So this is a bunch of quick time events, which is BS, but
Try
you're...
to memorize the steps. Now your turn.
And you do have a second to touch to touch whatever button you need to as soon as the head... Oh, what the... Have to be careful, because if you fail the buttons too many times...
Are you using me to get at old Ironsides?
Yes, I am. Do you mind?
Not at all.
If you miss the buttons too many times, you will fail, and you'll have to do the entire thing over again. So it's very useful if you can remember the buttons. And I'm actually having a hard time. I already missed 2. So I'll probably just be quiet and pay attention to this now.
That fellow is very graceful. If only you moved spice humans as well. Silence.
Delicious.
Ah, messed up all of those. Maybe don't fail this one like you, because I know the Carmelita one is a lot harder than this. It may have a lot of the same button prompts, but it's your margin for failure is.
That was delightful.
Thank you, Constable Neela. After all, it takes two to tango.
Yes, and three is always a crowd. Neela, your friend here is quite an accomplished dancer. I tried to make him look good. Please, Neela, his skills far surpass you.
Perhaps later you and I might share a dance,
Miss Fox. Carmelita Fox. And I accept.
Yeah, so that's something for later on in the final heist. I'm not even sure if this is the final heist or not. It doesn't seem like we've done enough.
Alright, boys, we're ready for the next phase. My plan to get at the clockwork wings requires the use of the electric winch above the ballroom. To get control over the device, I'll need to hack the computers in Rajad's boardroom. Plus, we'll need an extra strong saw blade to cut the wings off the statue. To make a saw blade that durable, I'll need Sly to steal the gems off the headdresses on Rajad's prize elephants. And finally, I'll take to the field with my remote control helicopter and nullify the palace's surface-to-air defenses. That should clear things up for the heist.
Yeah, so we're not quite there yet. We still have to do a couple more jobs. I guess this is a good time to go ahead and sell all the stuff that I've gotten. You can see 3 silver rings, 2 golds, pins worth 49, the gold pin's worth 71, and then the metal is worth 54. So you just kind of see how much everything's worth. I guess I'll go ahead and start Bentley. I believe that's where the clue thing should be. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to do the RC thing yet. I thought Bentley had to get in there, but maybe he just follows Sly once you get close enough. So I will go ahead and just deal with Sly's thing for now. Sly's 2 missions for now. So thankfully the pins are actually... Ah, crap. I screwed that up. Thankfully the pins are actually coming a little bit more frequently. That's always useful because you definitely want to have a bunch of money saved up whenever you can. You know, go out of your way to try to collect money. You know, just for a while. Try to. Let's see. I'm gonna figure out where those jobs are. Oh, it's in the back. Crap. Well. Yeah, you've got loot. Thankfully he was yawning and didn't see me. But I'm gonna have to head this way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. At least I hope I can head around this way. If not, I may have to go the long way on the other side. But I'm pretty sure I can head around this way. Yeah, because this vine should connect here. And this vine. Oops. Thought that would work. But maybe it doesn't work if you double jump. may not work at all, to try to use that as a way to go a little bit faster. But yeah, like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure this is where the safe is, so that's why I'm kind of doing this one first.
Murray's rotund features prevent him from fitting through the drain pipe, so we'll need you to unlock the ballroom from the inside. I've heard through a reliable source that the guards keep the vault combination written beneath one of their break tables.
So you want me to crawl under each till I find it?
That's the idea.
Yeah, this is tedious, but if you can find the right table, if you remember where the table is right off the bat, then you can. This makes it a little bit easier.
Don't see any code.
Try another table. It's here somewhere.
And so the only thing you can do is just keep crawling underneath.
No code here.
The only thing you can do is just keep crawling underneath tables. There's, I believe, 4.
This table doesn't have the code.
Of course, it's going to be the last table that I search.
This is it.
Fantastic. Now, type the code into the vault's laser door entrance.
I wonder if Sly can just do that, because I don't remember it. Or I'm not sure if I have to memorize it or if Sly can just punch it in. Oh, whew, that's good.
Nice work. Make your way to the security lockdown switch and let in me and Murray.
So you can see that's where the what do you call it? The vault is there, and this is a great place to collect money because you can see there's quite a bit of it. You know, these suitcases usually have quite a bit. These these jars will have quite a bit as well.
I'd love to see the look on Rajan's face when he finds this vault empty. The code should be 857. You've gotten the insanity strike move.
I'm not sure what it does. It may just knock out the guards, but I don't remember exactly what it does.
Thanks for breaking us in, pal. The Murray approves.
Let's get down to brass tacks. I need to hack both the ballroom computers to get control of the electronic witch above the ballroom.
So what are me and Sly here for?
The second I enter their servers, they'll be on to us. You guys need to work together to keep the thugs off my back.
You and me, pal. Side by side.
The Murray knows no fear.
Okay, I'm in. Hacking the level 6 barrier.
So just like the truck from the Black Chateau, you have to guard Bentley. You do want to be careful and try not to get too far away from him, though, because you know we are Murray, so
Got it. Moving on to the level 5 system.
because we are Murray, and you have to be careful to try to stay near the guards, just because he is a little bit slower than Bentley, and you can see Bentley keeps changing position as well, so that does make it a little bit harder. But you can see Bentley does have a health bar down at the bottom right of the screen.
Okay, I'm close. Changing back for level 4 access.
So you do want to keep that in mind. You know, he can take several hits before he does before you do fail the mission. Oh, well, I guess not as many as I thought he would. Maybe he only takes 2 hits.
Almost got it. Okay, going for level 3.
So remember that you do knock out small enemies with 1 punch. So that can be useful if you have a whole bunch of enemies around Bentley. You can just knock them out instead of having to swing at them twice. And because you knock them out once, Sly can come back in behind you and knock them out in one hit. and you can also knock the guards out in one hit after Sly hits them. Now Sly's AI does not really do a whole lot to help you, to be honest. If you notice, all he was doing was just focusing on one guard in the corner. That can actually happen. That can actually happen quite often. Wish there was a spinning move that I could do that would knock out a little group of these guards. But should have the last barrier now, so we don't have to worry about this anymore. Oops. So I guess he can take more than 2 hits. I was afraid that because his health was knocked down so far that he could only take 2 hits, but thankfully he can take more than that.
I'm unstoppable! I've got control of the witch. Thanks for the backup, guys.
No problem. Me and the big guy had it covered.
Hurry, let's hook up the direct feed and get out of here while the coast is clear.
So we still have to get out, and then we have another job to do. Let me see. I don't remember exactly where I came out of. I don't think from... Yeah, maybe it was down here. Okay. So I have to do is just crawl back out through the hole that you came in from, and then you can go back into the main area. Once again, switching to the next job. Let me see, where was that at? I hope in this direction, but if even if it's not exactly in this portion of the city, it's a lot faster just to head around here rather than going a long way around on the right side, coming out of that job back there. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty useful.
Sly, we need to find a way to get Rajan's prize elephants out of their pen.
I don't know, Bentley. That door looks pretty heavy. Maybe I can crawl in that hole under the steps and find an alternate route.
Oh.
Rats you just scared went up and freaked out the prize elephants. They're now outside, rampaging around the palace.
See what this is. Nothing, just grass. I don't think there's anything in here, like treasure or nothing, so we can just crawl back out of here.
Wow, he sure looks spooked.
A job well done, Sly. Now comes the hard part. I need you to snatch the headdress jewels worn by both elephants. The jewels are firmly embedded, so keep whacking at them with your cane to knock one loose.
I'll need to make use of the rooftops to get to one of the elephants' backs, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, let me see. How do we get to the rooftops easily? Now, because the elephants are on the move, that actually makes them kind of difficult to reach easily, and sometimes they will go over sections. I believe each elephant has their own pattern, so if you know the pattern, you can just keep following it, or they may actually follow the same pattern. But you can see they got a box back here that you can hit. So crap. Definitely didn't mean to do that. I wonder if they actually do follow the same route. It actually looks like it, so I can do that instead of following one. Really? my chance to get the other one. Thankfully, they do have the pink smoke that you can see from quite a ways away. I think we actually need to get all 3 on each headdress. So there, there are, yeah. And we do get thrown off automatically each time, so there's nothing you can do to keep yourself from being thrown off. You can keep from being swatted off, though, by jumping over the trunk. And you are faster than the elephant, so on foot anyway. So you can't, keep that in mind, and you can actually pretty easily time where you need to go with to follow the elephants around. I didn't expect him to go in a circle. Need to get on the rooftops, but I don't know exactly which path he's going to take. Thankfully, you do warp back on after if you fall in the water, which makes it easier if you do happen to get swatted off, or if you do fall off, you can easily get back on. And I don't think I'll survive too many more trips in the water, or even being swatted by the elephant. Now this elephant won't. The elephants won't swat at you until you take the first jewel. As soon as you take the first jewel, they will begin to attack you. I don't believe their attacks will increase after after you take the second jewel, but I may be wrong. Really? There we go. I don't think I'll survive another hit. I may be wrong though. I hope I am. Let me see. Just need that last one. It's actually kind of hard to get the timing right for the elephants, just because you can see the frequency with which how they swing their trunk. But thankfully I got that last one that dying, so that's it. Alright, so now all we have is Bentley's mission left, and I believe I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I would like to finish Bentley's job, but that's going to take a little while, and it's actually kind of difficult, and I can fail it a couple times, and I'm already almost an hour into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the safe house. Sell the loot that I have, and then I'm going to end the video here. Talk about the trivia that I've done for the level so far, as I usually do, and then we'll finish this area next in the next video. Alright, so we'll do Recon the Ballroom, which is the first job. Recon the Ballroom is the first job in a starry-eyed encounter of Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Goal: sneak into ballroom, take needed recon photos. No trivia. So we'll go to lower the drawbridge. Lower the drawbridge is a job for Sly Cooper and a starry-eyed encounter for Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Objectives: pickpocket keys from guards, unlock winch, and lower the drawbridge. No trivia. So we'll do a ballroom dance party. Ballroom Dance Party is a mission for Sly Cooper in a starry-eyed encounter of Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Goals: knock on the door to the ballroom. No trivia. So we'll go to steal a tuxedo, which is the next job. Steal a tuxedo is a job in starry-eyed encounter. Objective: ransack the guest house for tuxedo pieces. When a guard's back is turned, use triangle to juggle them, then square to slam them down hard. Oh, my bad. Goals: find needed tuxedo pieces. Trivia: Rajan apparently sleeps in the guest house. Not much of a trivia, but it actually says for room 101, break the carts across from the bed to find the bow tie. There are 2 guards in this room. Room 102, break the drawers near the mirror to find the gloves. 3 enemies in this room. Room 103, Rajan's room, break the wardrobe near the bed on the 2nd floor to find the dance shoes. Sly can jump across the chandelier, sneak behind the guard up there. There are 3 guards in this room. Room 104, break the chest near the bed to find the dress shirt. There are 4 guards in this room. Room 105, break the carts to find the tuxedo jacket. There are 2 guards in this room. So that's pretty useful if you kind of go off of how many guards there are and just what you need to destroy. That makes it a lot easier. So battle the chopper is a job for Murray and starry-eyed encounter. Objective: using an old turret, Murray needs to destroy a chopper so the gang can conduct aerial operations. Let me see. Saying here that Murray has to keep the turret alive, so I guess there's only one turret. So if you if you let the turret get destroyed, I guess you fail and you have to start over again. Dominate the dance floor is a job for Sly Cooper in a starry-eyed encounter. Goal: complete the dance. No trivia. So we'll go to Boardroom Brawl. Boardroom Brawl is a job for Sly in a starry-eyed encounter. Goals: locate the code under a table, enter code, turn off lasers, pull switch to open door, protect Bentley while he hacks the computers. No trivia for this one. And so that's all of the jobs that I've done so far. So I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many enemies did I defeat? Did I defeat during the fight in a Boardroom Brawl as Murray? I thank you for watching. Next time we will finish episode 2 and possibly get all the clues for episode 3. I don't know. I'll have to see how the timing works. But until then, later everyone.